Turn the mic here.
Every corporation. Doesn't have to be president, it doesn't have to change the moment, there needs to be something that.
Did you make
this in some way?
I was worried I wasn't gonna get back to work in time, so I grabbed some too. Oh.
Can you make me a,
Exactly. It's
Yeah.
wanted to do it now, so I was going up there.
Well, thank you. Thanks, Bobby Joe.
Tyler, he went and got it for you.
Thank you, Tyler. For the legwork, for the idea.
I should give another 5 minutes.
yeah, this.
Yeah, I got another 5 minutes. Anybody? To show up.
Right,
Right.
John and I. Yeah, but with the videos on.
People go to me and they never met DJs like, think about this person, so. Because I remember people that's like,
Yeah.
It's been- told you, I think you must be-
I'd be like, it's like, yeah.
The person who needs to be-
Well, what do you think for me?
I just have. There's sugary treats up here.
We have some cookies up here. Would you like some?
It's my dinner.
Community meeting, right?
Yes. Like a brownie or, well, okay.
What? Let's see how you are.
I have to reinstall.
Are you doing anything? Okay.
Where's the camera?
Or sit it
Uh,
up.
oh,
Listen.
More than ours.
Right.
I'm gonna bring that.
There you go. You do that and I'm right behind you.
But hot out of the oven, oh my God. Yeah. Oh, that's-
How you doing, sir?
Half the desk. Oh my God.
So we can just get over. Do you want to let them get to me? Circle now.
I'm not sure they'll come out. Will they come out?
Oh, I see.
These everyone's a-
Yeah. Right. There's
They were-
also-
They are gooey.
There's also a spatula.
All right, everyone, welcome to the February meeting of the Atlanta Technical Association. Got some significant things happening tonight. Tonight is our board election. Board elections tonight. So that is sort of the main thing on our agenda. We do not actually have a presenter tonight because our presenter was confused and somehow it's tomorrow night. But they will probably be here next week or next month. So let's get started. First off, on our screen, we have a list of the people who are running various positions on our board. Everybody on this list has served for us before, and we are making some significant changes in that I am stepping down. And Bobby Joe has agreed to run for the position of president. She's been unopposed at this point, and Kirk is running for vice president, once again, unopposed. Kat will remain as secretary. Sergeant at Arms is Sean Arnold. Is Sean on the line with us tonight?
Not yet.
Yeah, okay. John Eddy will maintain his position as running the website, and I will be taking on the role of safety and police department relations and that kind of thing. Keith Gibson and Kevin Sawyer will remain on the board and is running our tech devices here tonight, and Keith runs our based in Baltimore, has helped out with a lot of the other events. So there are ballots out there, and as you can see, there's not a lot of competition for things, but if you would like to weigh in on any of these or write anybody in, you're free to do so. So, I will remind everybody that this association is, we're all run by volunteers, we're all run by the people who show up, and I would very much love to see some more people coming to our meetings and putting their hat in the ring for leadership roles in this community, because as an association, we have a lot of resources. We have a significant cash nest egg somewhere just north of $20,000. Is that right?
Just north of 22.
Just north of $22,000. So we are, as community associations go, we've got a lot. We've got some cash resources. We've got a number of signature events, including the Basement Bar Tour, the Highlandtown Wine Festival. We've had a crab feast in the past we'd love to have come back. We've had the adult Easter egg hunt that we would love to have come back, and may come back this year. Lots of things going on, and we really need people to staff them, and we are very, very dependent on the people in this room and people who are online. Without participation, we don't, we're kind of nothing. So we really need people to get engaged and consider a leadership role, because it's a big deal, and this is our community, and we have a lot we can work with. So everybody in the room here has a ballot. They're free to put an X in the column on the right side and turn it in. They're supportive of everybody who's got a name on here. If you'd like to write in somebody, they can do that as well. With that, we'll collect those in, about 10 minutes, or anytime anybody's got one for the lab, I can bring it up along the rail over here to my right, and we'll collect them into a tally before the evening is done. So we'll move on to a couple of other things. We are working to get our wine festival up and running again this year. There are some changes in leadership this time around, in that Kevin Bernhardt, who has spearheaded things with Wine Festival in the past, is going to be taking an advisory role this time around. He's taken on some new duties of work, and doesn't feel that he has the time to put into it, but he's always willing and able to take a phone call and discuss things, and can help guide us along. Including giving us everything we need as far as getting permits going, and so we know what we need to do. He's done it all before, and a lot of the knowledge has been stored in his head and in Logan's head as well. The two of them have really kind of put this thing together, and I expect that both of them will be very, very helpful again this time around. Our tentative date was May 19th. However, Di Pasquale's has been integral in this event really since it started. The wine festival is kind of based on the Italian heritage of this neighborhood, where there was a significant number of people who were home winemakers, and they started competitions. And to hear Dirk Di Pasquale tell them, there was a time when grapes would come in on the railroad spur down where the community garden is now, and people would get out there and pick it up, and come in on a pallet of grapes, and they would make everything at home, and it was really a real competition. That culture doesn't really exist to the extent that it did anymore in Highlandtown, but the festival itself is still based on that heritage, and we do hope to have some home winemakers, an opportunity for them to enter and contribute in some fashion. But that's kind of the spirit of the thing, and for anybody who's not been, it is really just a ton of fun. And last year was the first year since pre-pandemic that we'd had, and the year before the pandemic, actually, the association lost money on it because of rain, and we just didn't turn out. Last year was an amazing success. As I said in an email that I sent out to people who were interested in volunteering and helping, we really pulled it off by muscle memory from Kevin Deloach and the others who did it all, and, you know, kind of willpower and sheer dumb luck, and, you know, it happened, and it was, you know, over 700 people came out, and it was a lot of fun, and it made, how much for us? 5,000?
It's more like six, I think.
It's more like $6,200. It made a significant amount of money for us, and it is, you know, sort of, it's a keynote event that brings people into the neighborhood and shows us in our best light. And, you know, it's the kind of thing that brings people to the community and you know, makes them want to, shop in our restaurants and visit our galleries and maybe buy a home or tell their friends to look at Highland Town when they're buying homes, and it's really, really beneficial for us to have an event like that. So, anyway, Deep Pasquale's may have a, conflict on May 19th, which is the day we've chosen. An alternate date to be determined is April 28th, and we'll get it out on the socials as soon as we can pin that down, what date it's gonna be. But last year we had well over 700 people in attendance, and it's just a ton of fun. So watch the socials and the website for that. Hopefully we can pin something down in the next week and have that confirmed. Next thing I've got is the Highlandtown Community Association is going to be taking every other meeting on the road. The idea is to make it a more of a social event, so we can bring people together. There'll be a brief business session, certainly, so that we can, you know, talk about what's going on and take some questions from some people. But a big part of it is to get some more people to come out, because this is our neighborhood, and you know, we really want everybody to be involved. I mean, this is a large neighborhood. We've got thousands of people here, and you know, at our peak, pre-pandemic, we were drawing in the 50 to 60 range for you know, attendance at our meetings, which at the time were 100% live. It's changed a little bit, and we're going to try to do some things to recruit some more people, make it a little bit more social, and create some more dialogue, and make sure that everybody understands what we have available to us and for them as residents of Highlandtown. You know, it's not just what they can do for us; it's very much what we can do for residents. You know, with their help and support. So, with that in mind, our next meeting, which is March 18th. We're planning to hold it at Ovenberg, which is the new bakery and bagel shop. They have wine, they have beer. They're serving wine and beer now, right?
Yes.
They've got the license. So we are planning to hold a meeting there on March 18th. And we will have one drink coupon for everybody who comes in. And after that, if you want to have another one, there would certainly be willing to sell you a glass of wine or beer or food. Food is outstanding, by the way. So if you've not been, that's a great opportunity to come and you know, hang out with us at a more social venue and have some things. So our, you know, happy hour portion, which will be essentially free of meeting stuff, unless it, you know, just develops as part of dialogue. The happy hour session will be from 6 to 7. And then the, you know, meeting session where we will do a little bit of announcing and probably if we can find a screen for it, we'll have our slideshow running that has, you know, pertinent things there as well. So I think it'll be a good thing, and we can bring some people out and do something different. It'll be every other month that we'll take the show on the road, and then we'll be back here. We will not be able to have a hybrid meeting from any or certainly most places when we take it out on the road, because most places just don't have the audio visual equipment that we have here at Brotherton Church. So that's why we've always done it here. It's really important for us to do some outreach. So March 18th, 6 to 7 happy hour at Ovenberg, followed by the, you know, slightly more official meeting session from 7 to 8 in the same time slot as our regular meetings. So I think that's what I've got. up so far, Bobby Joe?
Since we're in the March events, I am gonna do the adult Easter egg hunt. It will be on a Saturday this year. It'll be Easter Saturday, March 30th. Easter's on Sunday, but I'm gonna go ahead and try to get it pulled out for that Saturday,
Mark, what again?
30th,
30, okay.
30th.
So for those watching online or unable to hear Bobby Joe, we will be doing the adult Easter egg hunt, which is a ton of fun. It is at the Highlands Community Garden, the Conklin Street Garden, I should say, at 25 South Conklin Street. And we have a time for that yet? Time for it?
It'll probably be like last year, I think we did 1 to 3
1 to
or
3?
2 to 4. I'll wait and see like what the weather's like.
Could be
No,
determined
right.
to watch the socials. We will have a little bit of flexibility when we come up to it, but do you want to say a few words about it? Sure. Yeah, and you know, it's hopefully to be a signature event, and it's a lot of fun, so, you know, bring some people out, bring your friends, and
Yeah, it'll be our 3rd annual adult Easter egg hunt. The first year I did it, I didn't think we could really get anybody, but my company sponsored us and gave us quite a bit of money, so the HC was able to make a good profit off of it. But you bring your friends, you bring your baskets, you bring your bunny ears, you get to build paper eggs, you get miniatures, you get gift certificates, gift cards from the town, you get candy. We provide food and we provide beer and wine during the hunt. It's a lot of fun, and then Tyler's always in a fit of bunny suit, he stops traffic along Conklin Street, so it's usually a hoot. So yeah, maybe that's, I think last year we were $20 or $25 a ticket, and we had, for the past 2 years, the first year we had 26 people, last year we had 33 people. So hopefully this year we get a little bit more. So keep it on your calendar for Saturday, March 30th.
yeah, she said something to the effect of it's usually a lot of fun. It's always fun. Bobby Joe has something for you. We have anything else from the board? John? Blockenstein? Blockenstein? Here's not anything to talk about lots.
Hello, I'm John, and I'm the Highlandstown Community Association delegate to Blocks. Blockenstein is a free community yard sale, and we have an after party, we have a barbecue, drinks, beer, and spurs and apples. This is our 16th year. And it's located on Bank Street between Elwood and East. Right at the park, there's 2 whole blocks. We have 75 to 100 sellers, and it's always turned into just a wonderful day. A lot of people that come to homes engaged with our organization tend to come out that day, so it's really special today. This year it'll be June 1st. If anyone wants to get involved, let me know, because we can always use. Thank you.
Thanks, John. And anybody who wants a spot, get in early. 'Cause
They do sell that.
And next up, Kat Closett.
Thank you. Just briefly, I think folks know that we had a really successful installation of a pedestrian safety mural on Eastern and Elwood. It looks like PPNA is doing something similar, a little more in Linwood, so it's not in Highlandtown, but I think there's opportunities to maybe like promote their pop-ups and community paint day. So I'm trying to get more info and find out who the contact is from the grant projects team. But I think it's really cool that maybe we've inspired other communities, and so I'm looking for opportunities to, yeah, just like boost them up a little bit, and hopefully we'll see, you know, more of these throughout the community, but just wanted to share. So more to come.
Aren't they using the same artist?
Yeah.
Are they?
Aren't they using the same artist? I thought
It is.
I saw it. That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, and for those who don't know, our installation is at Eastern and Elwood, and Kat spearheaded that. And it's really super cool. And how many people do we have out for the
like 30 or so for the paint day, but the pop-up got the most engagement of any project they've done.
Oh.
That's where people came in and gave input on the actual design. So that was pretty cool. It wasn't off the rocks, so that helped, I think.
Yeah, so Off the Rocks hosted us, and Graham Projects came out and they just did some brainstorming, and everybody got, some grants, stuff, to draw ideas, and they were certainly all used. I mean,
Yeah.
We had four corners there, that really provided a lot of inspiration and community input, and really the largest
Yep,
of any of them.
the most, yeah. We also did it during the art walk, so it was
Sure.
strategic.
Yeah, it was also, it was during the art walk, which brings people out as well,
Yeah.
so. Pretty cool, so, and it is really nice to be inspiration. So,
I know. Love it.
Well, Brian, we discussed maybe having some home brews at the wine fest.
Yeah.
Which I'm not about that because it's a wine festival, not home brews. But I was thinking in the fall, we could utilize the garden and do brews and bonfire and have home brewers do a contest in the fall of bonfires. At the
So,
garden.
and for those who can't hear, there
They
was.
they can all hear.
They can all hear.
Well,
I mean, it's me.
but-
That go.
All right, so, yeah, and being a home brewer, I would love to enter that because I like beer.
Now we get to wow. And fun.
And bonfires, burgers, brews, and brews. So, yeah, pretty awesome. And these things are all things that, have potential to make money, and I've always said, if we can make some money, that's great. If it costs us money just to bring people out and foster community, that's worthwhile as well. Because again, we're really trying to bring people together and, have some good times together and some discussion and brainstorm. So, yeah, that'll be cool. Do we have anything else from the board?
I'll have some things, but I think after election,
Okay.
after elections happen.
All right, so with that, let's collect the ballots and see who's what and.
You have them? Okay. I have just. I know. It's a tough one.
Just because of my life issues. I want to get stronger, but it's just.
Mark, you want to come and say a few words? Tell you.
Yeah,
Thank you.
we're all good. I just want to make sure because it bears on what I'm gonna propose in a second. Oh, yeah. It was an action today, it wasn't bad. Oh. Oh. I wasn't there. Yeah.
All right, as I said, we have a rather thin meeting beyond the elections tonight because we do not have a executive session. It's the first time that's happened. Kirk?
I just would like to bring out if we have any members or anybody that would like to.
Oh, yeah, do we have any new members in the room? You want to introduce yourselves? No?
Are you now just? All right. Your first meeting. That's what we're talking about. Okay, because I'm not a member.
I'm Thomas, I've been in Allentown almost a year now, looking over at Cone, the new fiber.
Oh, Aaron. Well, Thomas, did you become aware when we had Christmas holiday party at home?
I've been aware of HCA for a while, it's just been hard for me to figure out. I mean,
Yeah.
this is my first time. So it will be-
We're happy.
Yeah, they hosted us for our holiday party and it was very nice. They did a really good job.
Yeah, that's a great job. That's great.
It's a great apartment complex, the residents
Staff
are
was-
nice, yeah.
Anyway, I am stepping down. It does appear that Bobby Joe will be our next president. So. And Kirk will be stepping up as vice president. Kirk was not back last year with his board position, so technically he's taking on something in the sort of an interim role. Because he'll actually be up for proper election next year, so. Kirk has, in the past, he has been our liaison with the Business Association, which is mostly consists of businesses that are on Eastern Avenue. So he's been a valuable resource there, kind of keeping us glued into what's happening in the business district, because you know, a lot of us don't see it if we're coming along to work and not getting out on the street. So thanks for that. This is a big deal. And Bobby Joe has been integral in helping for a good long time. So thanks to both of them, because again, without help and volunteers, we're kind of Bobby Joe.
And thanks to Bobby Joe, so many new initiatives, so many new events and programs started, so.
Yeah. So that's going on Bobby Joe for innovation and for ideas, for energy, for bringing,
Yes.
you know, new and really cool things to Hamilton. So thanks for that. Absolutely. So with that, Bobby Joe, do you want to say a few words now? No?
I accept.
Accept, you accept.
I accept. I will.
All right.
No.
Bad for her.
So I never thought I would actually volunteer for this position because I mean, really, it's not a very easy position to take over. I do remember when I first went to the HCA meetings and Kirk brought me in and they wanted me on the board. And I can remember in the church, we had a large crowd that came to every meeting. And then COVID hit, and then we almost kind of it just really got defeated. So I would like to make this great neighborhood even better than it is now. And I know if we could get volunteers together, try to make some things fun again, we could get the HCA back up to where it used to be. So I've been like piggybacking on Bruce Hill Community Association, their website, Bolton Hill, and I'm seeing all the stuff they're doing, and I'm like, ooh, we could do that. We just need everybody on the board and the community to help and want to be a part of it. That's the only way we're gonna be able to do it. So if we can get the word out and try to have some more fun, you know, and make the HCA great, then let's do that. Good job. I'm just saying, you know, COVID was a big one. You know, so I think it's just time and everybody's help would be great, because you know me, I'm not very good at reading stuff and understanding it. I have to message him for some. I'm like, what does that mean? He's like, hold on, let me Google it. So if I could just delegate and get everybody's help, that would be great. I would really appreciate it. And then let's just go from here and see what we can do to make it better. You all in?
Yeah.
All right.
So it's very interesting because these things usually run really long. Often we have two presenters a night. For the longest time, it was like I tried to keep one. When I started coming to these things, when Kevin Bernhardt was president, he would generally limit it to one, occasionally two, if something came up at the last minute. And one thing that has usually helped us getting presenters is the fact that our politicians or developers who work in the area and, you know, other people who had an interest in seeking our support would come to us, and that still happens. But there are many, many times when we don't get a call until the very last minute. Somebody says, gee, I'd like to present to your association. And, you know, and we're either full up, you know, with you know, two people. We really try to cap it at no more than two presenters. And if we pull up and somebody comes to us and says they want to present to us at the last minute, and it's time sensitive, or it's really important, or something like that, we find a way to bring it in. Outside of that, there have been other times when, I have my fingers crossed and just hoping somebody was gonna show up. And there's been times when I've made a phone call at the last minute and said, yeah, can you come out? And my go-tos were Delegate Lewis and Delegate Clippinger and Councilman Cullen and people of that sort in politics, and say, can you fill 10 to 15 minutes? Because we need something to push out with, and they usually come through. It was 2 days ago when I realized that that we were not going to have a presenter tonight, and I did reach out to everybody in the board, and it's really hard to grab it out of my hands. That's something that happens. So I don't think we have anything else to discuss tonight, Mark.
Yeah.
Oh,
Right.
all right, so Mark is gonna.
Notice I was still up in the board meeting ahead of time, it's just house cleaning, but it's good to do right after the election, as we kind of transition leadership. Every nonprofit organization as well as for-profit that's incorporated in the state of Maryland is on file with the state of Maryland in two particular ways that I want to lift up tonight for our action. One is we have an official address on file for mailing, which we talked about as a piece of official mail. When the court showed up at an address and reminded us, like, oh hey, like maybe we should update that address to make sure that it's somebody who's in current leadership of the organization. But we're very grateful, Sean. Thank you for sending that to us and picking up on it so that we had it to take action. It's still good from like a house cleaning perspective to update that in the state of Maryland. To do that, we need to kind of approve an address here to send mail so that we can update it. State. The second thing is resident agent. A capital R, capital A resident agent is the name on file, the name of the person on file to receive official communication. It doesn't have to change every single year, president to president to president. Oftentimes, the resident agent is for like a business, it might be like a lawyer that you have a long-term relationship with, kind of receive your mail even as maybe the leadership of the organization changes. But so it need not be our president, but it should be someone who is actively connected with the leadership organization at this time. So my proposal, and this is my proposal that we update the mailing address to BJ and Tyler's house. And that we update the resident agent to Kirk. It's good to kind of keep them separated. And in role as vice president, it seems appropriate. So that was my motion, but if others have another one, whatever the case is, we decide, I'll update it with the state of Maryland, so that at least we can check that box tonight.
I'm okay with that.
I was just wondering if there's a fee involved.
There's no fee.
Cool. Let me know when you do that for tax filing purposes, because I was gonna do that this weekend. I can't remember if that's a question or not on the form, it might be.
On which one?
The short form you filed with the state of Maryland, saying we're not paying you taxes, but we still exist as an entity.
On Maryland Business Express. That's it.
Yes, yeah.
Great. We have an account on this express right now.
Yes.
Great, let's talk.
Okay.
Yep.
Cool. See, it's all the same thing. I mean, it's not the same form, right? I mean, it's another action we'll take there in the business express, but yeah. Is there a second? I mean, I heard Bobby's, I guess, Kirk and Bobby, are you all good with
I'm
those
good.
two roles? Okay, and Brian, this is second. You want to also go? Yeah.
All right, so I second that, and by a show of hands, membership, is everybody supportive? That's very good. There's a majority, we're in. So, and Mark, you can handle that, and you can have her address.
Yeah, I have everybody's addresses. Yeah. Thank you, Sean. Sean also is supportive from.
Okay, thanks, Sean. John, I didn't call you out, but I know you're here. Do you have anything else to add to that? Okay. No. Speaking to somebody who's on the website, online participant.
He says, no, thank you all for dealing with this.
Okay, thank you, Sean. All right, anything else from anybody here?
Were there any of our wins? Sorry.
None that received a majority vote.
Okay,
Yeah.
good enough.
Brian, you're gonna be missed.
Yes.
We're gonna try to do the best job that we can. You know, we got you, but not, it's full 100%.
We're not gonna miss
So-
those samples.
For everybody online, we're gonna miss out, a number of people brought like sweet stuff. So there's snacks here and it's gonna take a little while to eat it all, so if you wanna run over here. You've got time. So, with that, I mean, this is way early, this never happens. I will call, this meeting is adjourned, and, there is cake and snacks, and I want to thank everybody for all the support over the years. It's been quite a run, for me, it's been quite rewarding for me, so, thanks for everything, and that's it.
Sorry, guys, it gets stirred. I'm throwing things at you.
The notes are in your inbox. But I put the, like, board members who are in attendance at the time. I don't know if you wanna make that public or. if you just want that. It's fine, the list. Yeah, okay, we're not doxing anybody, like, I don't know. Okay. I know.